Tourists who visit the balloon fiesta probably see it as a walk in the park, as we hope they would. But for us, preparing for the fiesta is a grueling job. It takes a lot of planning and hard work. Before the festivities start, I drive this trusty Discovery Sport around the venue to make sure everything's in place.
Well, it's our last day for preparation. Everybody's getting ready with their tents, with their airplanes. Even the Air Force helicopters are here. That's great.
Our love for aviation is the main force that pushes us to do better and push further each year. These are all possible. Of course, the united effort from the Clark International Airport Corporation, Bases Conversion and Development Authority, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, the Philippine Navy, and of course, the Clark Development Corporation under the leadership of Attorney Arthur Tugadin, whose determined and no-nonsense approach kept things moving smoothly forward. But what made all the difference this year was the much bigger participation of the Philippine Air Force, whose exhibits and air shows were visible throughout the fiesta. Philippine Air Force weatherman Sergeant Minerva gave us the weather briefings that preceded each day of the fiesta, necessary to prepare the team for all possible scenarios. As the sun rose every morning of the fiesta, the Philippine Air Force Marching Band gave a visual showcase musical artistry. In tune to the beats and the band's harmony, the Philippine Air Force Commanding General, Lieutenant General Jeffrey Delgado, was personally present for the welcome address.
On the power of the authority granted to me by my colleagues, President Arthur and Joy Roa, I now officially declare the Philippine Hot Air Balloon 2016 open.
For an aviator, it felt good to be supported by our country's Air Force. Their interactive exhibits and aircraft displays were a big hit with the attendees. Together with this year's Miss Aviation winner, Christine Maliksi, and runners-up Richelieu Santos and Trisha Abaya, we checked out the main attraction of these displays. The recently acquired FA-50 Golden Eagle fighter jets are the newest addition to the Air Force inventory. A fly-by-wire aircraft, mainly controlled by computers, FA-50 is a lightweight multi-role aircraft used for both combat and training missions.
This aircraft is a two-seat aircraft. It means that the backseat pilot usually is the instructor pilot. The student pilot will be sitting in the front seat. This aircraft is capable of more than the speed of sound.
After a long hiatus, it really feels good that the Air Force is back at the supersonic age.
We anticipate the next year's Balloon Fiesta to have more robust participation by the Air Force. This is the Philippine Air Force way of helping out in the national program to make this Balloon Fiesta really an international event.
Back at the festival, this year's here, the new Philippine flag balloon set off to mark the spot where the hound balloons dropped their markers. It was followed by the special-shaped balloons: Baby Dino, Smiley Scarecrow, Little Devil, Dragon Balloon, Little Girl and Little Boy, Bessie the Big Green Monster, Bruno the Clown, and the Cathedral-shaped balloon. The traditional balloons were also up, completing the 28 balloons participating this year. The beauty of this splendid sight never fades, no matter how many times I see it. For the rest of the 4-day weekend, non-stop flying dotted the Clark skyline. Private and aspiring commercial pilots impressed the crowd through the balloon bursting competition. one of the most applauded activities in the fiesta. The event enhances the pilot's eye-in-hand coordination skill and sharpens his anticipation and use of the aircraft controls to do precise maneuvers that will burst the balloon.
I'm proud to represent the Navy, and as a female pilot, I encourage all the people out there to join the Navy and experience to fly the Cessna during the balloon bursting competition.
Civilian pilots show their flying skills with ultralight planes. On the ground, hobbyists demonstrated remarkable aerobatics with their radio control aircraft. In the air, aerobatic pilot Sean Clark showcased impressive flying maneuvers in his decathlon. He performs his own choreographed routine called Hibok Hibok Action Sequence, an explosion of aerobatic maneuvers that pilots should never attempt without proper training.
What happens if you bank past 90? What happens if you spin? What happens if you excessively cross control? You can get answers to all of these questions, and that'll make you more confident. And then after that, you can go on flying loop-to-loops, inverted, all these things that people really want to do. And then you can even go up to competition if you were up for that kind of thing.
British skydivers jump from the BN Islander for a heart-pumping free fall before slowing down by deploying their parachutes. Some lucky attendees also got to experience this exciting jump through tandem skydiving. The highlight of the event was the twins aerobatic paragliders, Timothy and Anthony Green, who showed their impressive skills in synchronized paragliding for the first time in the fiesta, and even set a record for being the first paragliders to jump off of a hot air balloon 3,000 feet above the ground. Both twins are world record holders and filmmakers, comfortably doing their twists and turns while filming everything up and above with an action cam.
Perfect.
There was no shortage of activities on the ground. The young and young at heart, who didn't want to be left out, were happy to fly colorful kites of all shapes and sizes. Dr. Drift, Odell Season, also kept the crowd entertained with his steering drifting skills, even inviting some of the audience to experience the thrilling but safe ride. Other exciting activities, courtesy of our partner groups, ensured that there was never a downtime for our guests. They were able to feed and play with adorable animals, do horseback riding, camel riding, archery, or simply watch over their kids as they jump for joy at the inflatable playground. On the eve of Valentine's Day, Jeepney TV also kept the guests on high with good music and a little bit of romance. It wasn't only the aircraft soaring in the fiesta. Emotions were also flying high. This year, we saw several wedding proposals during the festivities that we know of. With thousands of attendees, most of them lovers celebrating Valentine's Day with us, we really can't be sure.
It was a great experience. When I was up there, I was really shaking. And then the pilot was asking me to look down. So when I looked down, I saw the signage, but it's not that clear. And then when we reached the ground, it was really, I was really shocked that there's a tarpaulin that says, "Will you marry me?" And it was like crazy.
Well, congratulations to all those soon-to-be husbands and wives. While I wish you all the best, I hope the balloon fiesta does not contribute to the overpopulation of the Philippines in the coming years. Up next, we share with our foreign guests and the rest of the world the true beauty of the Philippines and the Filipino people.